This is New Lands by Gwendor. It's 275.72 megabytes to download, and the description says, welcome to a new adventure on New Lands. Here you will create your agricultural, arboricultural, horticultural, or even your unique processing plant. You will also have to collect and sell the waste scattered all over the map. 28 fields which are mainly intended for mission. One small basic farm to start your adventure. The majority of plots are to be cleared and dedicated to the creation of your fields. The city Guiville has a lake where it is possible to make a mission of grass. The collectible objects on the map are present with waste to be sold. Point of sale of grass, cereal and production. The season system remains the basic one of the game. 3 sawmills, 1 BGA, a nursery with 3 different production units, trees, plants and fruits/flowers, several storage places for productions, train system on the map, 5 factories available for purchase on the map, and a highway crosses the map for faster travel. So let's go and check it out. And here we are. This is where you start off in all 3 modes. This was a map that was in FS19, also by Gwendor, I believe. It was a pretty good map back then. I'm not really played on it, but I did my tour on it. I'm quite impressed with it. But this one has been vastly improved. Obviously with FS22 sort of evolving and advancing with different things, the productions. And this has got some really neat and fresh ideas which we haven't really seen in FS22 yet, and we will be showing those off as we go through the video. But it's pretty smart, if I'm honest. Ignore the money. I've added in some money which will become apparent a bit later because we need to buy a couple of things here and there. And I've also leased a pickup because it's going to be quicker for us to get round with that. So the slot count will look slightly different to what I tell you because of the pickup, so just bear that in mind. This is the map though, guys, and like I say, been vastly improved. All I remember about the 19 version is obviously a lot of grassland where you could clear trees and create fields and do what you want with. Pretty much the same. I can't really remember there being fields along this sort of freeway, dual carriageway, whatever you would call it, wherever you're from. But there is now, and there is contracts available on them. We will talk about them. There is a train on the map, you can see as it goes round, and it kind of does a loop like that, and then it will go all the way back round the way it's just come from, up round here, and then it does a loop round here as well, and it will go back, so it just constantly loops round. There's a couple of rent a train points. There's loading points where you can load the train up via ramps. There's also a sell point which you can sell via the train, so if you've loaded up over this side of the map you can go round and sell at that point, which is pretty cool. Right, new farmer mode, which is what I am in. We start off with 3 plots. As you can see, the map is split up into plots, all numbered. Basically, if it doesn't have a number on it, you cannot buy it. So I'm clicking on these, cannot buy it. Anything else with a number on, we can. So we start off with 3 plots, 15, and that has a field already for us. A couple of sheds with our equipment. There is no farmhouse or sleep trigger, so you have to place one of those down. And then we also get 173, which has got that train sell point, a couple of other sell points, and in this area up here, more sell points and a production. Pretty cool area that, and that's one of the fresh ideas that I'm mentioning and talking about, which obviously we will go through later on. The prices of the plots, they vary, but they're not too bad, to be honest with you. So if you take 68, which is pretty big, that's only 128 grand. And then we've got small plots like 93, only 11,000, just over 6,900, like so. You can buy that. So that takes in the roads by the look of it, and this area up here, that's got a value of 0. So yeah, you can pretty much buy most of the map, and it varies in prices. A lot of the places with productions and that on you can buy, which is cool. The fields obviously you can buy if you want to. They're pretty cheap as well, as you can see. Nice, very cool. In terms of the collectibles, there is no collectibles. We don't start off with any productions. There is contracts, and this is a cool thing already. So those fields that are along that highway, freeway, dual carriageway, they are all sort of from the highways people, I guess. It's showing highway there instead of a farmer's sort of name. So that's pretty cool. They're all baling contracts at the minute because it's all grass areas. There is no animals yet on the map. That's down to you to put them down. And if we go into the crop prices and scroll down, we've got some extra things, which is quite exciting as well. So we've got red cabbage, flowers, bamboo, aloe vera, cypress, eucalyptus, bonsai, and this taro. I think that's like a sort of fertilizer, compost type thing. So yeah, that's pretty cool. We will look at those in more detail. Plenty of places to sell things. If you look at the price there for wheat, that's already showing Railroad Silo North, so you can sell that via train. Crop calendar is exactly the same as it says in the description. So that is pretty much that area. There is no mods at all in here. The painting textures are pretty sort of standard. Got asphalt, another asphalt, concrete, dirt, forest ground, grass, cobblestones, gravel, animal mud, rock, and that is it. Like I say, no mods, so pretty straightforward. What we are going to do is, because I've got the pickup, we're going to nip over to this side. We'll go and check out our sort of area, starting area. We'll go through slot counts there, and then we'll work around the map, and we're taking all this as we go, which is very nice. I'm just checking my notes. Do we need to say anything else? I don't think so. I think we're all good to go. But there is some really awesome features, details, which obviously reflects in the megabyte download and also your slot count, but I don't worry about that if a map is decent enough. It's got some really nice detail in. There's traffic on all the roads, even down here I believe. There's people walking about, so there's plenty of life on the map. Right, so I've missed that first gate, but there is another one here. There is a couple of things that don't show on the map that are in place, and one of them is here, which I will show you in a second. So first of all, down this side we've got our sawmill. Now on the map, if I click on that, that will say carpentry, but that is actually a sawmill. So you can buy the sawmill here. It will still say carpentry, but that is your sawmill. You're going to get your wood chips out there, and you sell your wood down here. If I can squeeze through the back, we've got a biomass heating plant for selling your straw and wood as well if you want to. There is a fuel point here. There's a couple of these spread around the map. That is empty, but you can obviously fill it up. That will hold up to 15,000 litres. Train tracks there to the right, because this is our kind of first point where you can actually rent train from here. And like I say, there is plenty of sort of loading ramps, so you can load up the train if you want to, if you got something. And then we've got this actually is carpentry, and this one doesn't even show on the map. So it's either carpentry or sawmill that's not showing on the map, but there you go, that is carpentry. But they are two separate ones, so that's where you're going to put in your products. So that is that area. We will head on out. I'm going to cut across the sort of grassland here. I think you can just about see, whoa, there's a bit of a jump there. In the distance there's some sheds there. That is where we are heading. That is kind of our sort of starting area. I wouldn't really call it a farm because it's pretty bare and basic. So there is plenty of room here to add things, a farmhouse. So we'll turn that off and jump out a second, and then we've got our equipment laid out, and we've also got this shed with more equipment in. Happy days. And this is our field down the end. There you go, nothing in it, but that's pretty cool. Right, so let's do the slot counts and equipment that we actually start with. So the slot count in all three modes is exactly the same because you start off with all this same equipment. The only difference being in Farm Manager and Start from Scratch, you don't start off owning any plots of land, so you will need to buy those up, but they are pretty cheap. So we get a Fendt 718 Vario. Oh, the slot count in all three modes is 1,516. Obviously it's different there on the screen because of the pickup that we've leased. So 1,516. So we get this Fendt 718 Vario, Russell Mash harvester, a Brantner trailer, header for your harvester. We've got this seeder set up, so you've got your seeder and your additional tank. We've got a roller, a fertilizer spreader, a mulcher, a mulcher and a log carrier with the crane on, and a weight as well, which is pretty smart. So that is your equipment. Like I say, you get that in all three modes. Now, the first quirky, interesting thing, which I think is awesome, when I came on here to have a quick look, I came out to this track. Where is it? I could have drove out here, but we'll walk. And I was thinking, what is all this out here? It's just all junk, all rubbish. All of these you can pick up. So I haven't got any mods downloaded for me to be able to pick these up. You can pick everything up. Basically, this is all recyclable stuff. So if you see the green recycle logo or recycling logo on everything, that means you can get rid of that. You can recycle it at one of the recycle centres, which we will be doing later. So how cool is that? And like I say, you can pick up everything. There's barrels, there's these water containers, mattresses. Look, I don't like the look of that one. These planks of wood, everything that can be recycled has this logo on, so that is pretty awesome. Right, we'll jump back to the pickup. We are going to head on out. We're going to cut across again, so forgive me for doing some of this as we go round, but it's just quicker and easier. And we're going to head on up to this area, which again is pretty cool, and we will see again something really good, I think, different as well. There you go, people walking around, look, plenty of people there. This old abandoned barn, that's also got a ton of stuff in there that you can pick up, look. So it's all around the map, literally just scattered around. I think I've seen some old barrels on top of roofs of buildings, so it's pretty smart. You'll have to find things as you go. I'm guessing obviously eventually once you find it all, it's just going to run out, isn't it? But it's pretty smart. I think it'll keep you busy for quite a while. Anyway, we've got our first sale point. As you can see, this is someone's house. So we do have over here people that we sell products to. So we've got quite a few. We've got Amelia Lambert here. There's quite a few up here as well, because this is kind of like your little village. This is Gueville, or however you say it. But you've got Max up here, look, Niels, Evelyn. It's very, very smart. Good idea. Awesome. Something different. Some of them are a little bit tight to get round in to sell, and they all take sort of different products. I think a lot of them take that Terro, the sort of compost fertilizer, whatever it is. Oh, I'm holding up the traffic now. So that is pretty smart. So that there is, who was that? That was Amelia Lambert, wasn't it? I've written them all down. And then if we move on from there, we have another one of the things that isn't on the map or showing on the map, and this is our animal dealer. So you've got animal dealer there on the left, and we've got our animal dealer sale point, which is for your bells, just over there. Now the bell sale point or animal dealer sale point is showing, but the actual animal dealer isn't. And there is also a second shop here, which is a bit random. That's not showing on the map either, so I'm not sure what that's all about. There's your animal dealer with the bell sale point. If we pull into here, we've got just over here we have the second carpentry on the map, and then literally just behind us we have the second sawmill, which is pretty smart. So you can see all the icons, you can sell your wood up the back there. So plenty of options on this map, which is nice. And if we drive into here, this is that shop area that I'm talking about. So another shop menu, another workshop trigger. I'm not quite sure where the sort of zone is you need to be for that, because I pulled up here and it still wasn't showing. I don't know if it's down the side here, but there's no sort of like hatched markers out. There's another fuel tank round the back, again empty, but this one's slightly bigger. That will hold up to 25,000 litres if you wish to. So that is that area. We'll get up to the next area and I'll do a little recap of where we've been. But I love the terrain, it sweeps down, the hot air balloons. I know they're on most maps, but lovely mountains. I really like the maps that kind of use it's almost like Erlengratt, isn't it, look to it around it, but that just looks awesome. All out in the distance there. Right, we need to turn down here. Yeah, so as you can see, there's quite a few trees around, but there is plenty of room sort of in between them, so you don't have to cut every single one down to make fields or do whatever you want to do. But the land isn't all flat, so you will have a bit of work on your hands, I think. Here comes the train, look. That will do a loop around those trees in the middle and then go back the way it just come from, which is awesome. And then we have this area on our right, which is a fantastic area. So we'll jump out, open the gate. I'm not quite sure why there's a gate there, because there's a great big open entrance just here, which is where we're going to go out of, but we'll leave the engine running. So first up, behind us, we have these, and these are the, what are these called? Very large greenhouses, that's what they're called. There is 5 of them if we go up into that mode. As you can see, they're a lot larger than the standard greenhouses. I think it's basically 2 large ones joined together, and you can buy these individually. They are 10,000 as normal. As you can see, there's things growing, red cabbage. So 10,000, if I buy that, they sort of die off, wither off, because obviously we need to look after that ourselves. I'll click on that again. We can grow tomatoes, lettuce and strawberries as normal, but there is your red cabbage and flowers. Now if you look at the recipes, they're all going to need water, seeds and that taro. So you will need to put all 3 of those in if you want to grow them, but the cycles are pretty good as well, which isn't bad. And these are all your points where you need to place these things. These little lizard things, you can open the lids up. So I'm guessing seeds there, that taro there and water there, I'm guessing. Pretty smart. Now the taro, I expect you're wondering, well, how do you get that? You don't need to buy it from the shop, you do need to produce it. And there is 2 places you can do that. This is the first one. This is actually called mulcher. Again, you will need to buy it. It is classed as a production, 20 grand. Click on that, and then if I click on that, you can make it out of quite a few products: straw, manure, sugar beet cut, hay, silage, grass and wood chips, which is pretty good. Again, ratios look pretty smart. Don't think it would take long to get those going. So that's where you tip in. That's very cool. Another cool area, look at these awesome trees. We scoot round here, we've got a couple of little sheds there, look. And then we have this, which is just called plants. Again, another production. Works on the sort of greenhouse type. This one's a bit more expensive, 50 grand. But again, if we buy it, they all disappear because obviously we need to grow them ourselves. But in these you can grow bonsai, cypress or cypress and eucalyptus. Again, they will need that taro, but they only need water. There's no seeds involved, just water and that taro, which is nice. I think that's where you put your water, even though it's got a liquid fertilizer symbol on. I think that's your water, and then the other bits and bobs up the far end. And then behind us we have these, and these are the shrub greenhouses. Again, 5 of them. Same thing. We'll go to this one. Again, these lids will lift up if you're playing like that. If we buy these, 10 grand again. Same sort of thing with the greenhouses. Click on them. And these ones we can grow bamboo or aloe vera. Aloe vera. And sorry. Again, water. These ones solid fertilizer and that taro. So I'm guessing it is probably like a compost type thing if you've already got fertilizer there. So pretty smart. I like them. Very, very good indeed. Trains round there already again, look. Must be taking too long to do the tour. Right, let's head on out of here. I will stop in the middle of the road because I don't really care. We've got a rent-a-train point just here. If I wait for the train, I was going to jump across then. We will wait for the train. You don't really get much warning. There's no lights on here at the crossings, so be aware of that. You don't want to come a cropper. We've got sheds down the end here. Can we use these? We don't own this land. We can. Awesome. Didn't notice that earlier. We've got another fuel tank. Again, that's 15,000 litre, that one. I think that is it for that extra section. Loading platform again for the train, which is nice. So back in the pickup, on the right hand side we have a production, and that one is cereal factory. So these are the standard factories productions now. Then we've got the sugar mill, and then just next to that we have the oil factory production, like so. Now we need to drive a little bit, and this is why I've got the pickup out. So look, no lights, warning lights, a little bit bumpy. Head on out this way, see a bit of the scenery. Nice railroad bridge there. We are going to go under all those bridges we've just seen. Jump onto the dual carriageway and head on up to Guiville. I think that's how you say it. Guiville. Right, foot down. And there's the sign there for Guiville, which is pretty smart. But it's a very, very cool map, and I think there's some real good potential if you want to do sort of some role playing, because you come on here, you could do these grass cutting baling missions for the highways people. You could pretend you're going around collecting all the recycling. You know, if you wanted to just mix it up, you didn't want just farming happening. Oh, I'm missing sell points. This is another sell point for one of the people. This is Max Watcher, I think his name is. He has 2 sell points. He is a bit greedy. He has one here at the front, and then further around the back he has another one here. There is gates there. You will see that track in a second, but that is his sell points. I'm going to jump to the pickup. I'll probably do that every now and then because it's just quicker. And then next sell point is just here, I think, with the little cabbage patch just the other side of the fence. You can see that is Niels Osterwalder. If you, obviously I'm not going to go through all of them, but if you are wanting to know who takes what, I think a lot of it's going to be productions and the extra products that we can grow. So if we move down, there we go, we start getting into the people's names. So Max Watcher, he will take olive oil, canola oil, things like that. So pretty cool. So you just have to sort of check to see who takes what. And then just up through there, look, next to the hedge, we have got Evelyn Carson. You can sell to Evelyn or Evelyn, which is very nice. I will pull in over here, I think, out of the way, hopefully be out of the way. If I run down this track, we have another person we can sell to, and that is round the back here. This is Gianni Hartman. Again, very tight, depending on what your sort of selling, and that is the track that leads down to Max that we saw just a second ago. And then we got this awesome area. What a fantastic idea. This is just classed as farmers market. I didn't show you where we'd been on the map, did I? I do apologise. So we started, I think, roughly about here in plot 149. We went and did this carpentry and sawmill. I cut through, didn't I, to our area, cross, checked out the rubbish sort of thing, cross all this area up here, along there, did all the greenhouses, etc. Then we went all the way around like that, down up into here, and we are sort of here now, so not too bad. Yes, this is classed as the farmers market. I'm not sure what the 6H-9H is. I thought maybe that might be to do with the hours, but look, you can sell, but I think that would be a bit harsh if you were sort of limited on time. But it could be, I don't know. But there is all individual places to sell. I'm guessing you probably sell exactly the same thing at any one of these, but it just gives you an option again if you wanted to just mess around. Look, we've got the toys. What a cool area. Very, very cool. Very nicely done. Well done, Gwendol, that's what I say. Right, let's jump back in the pickup. We've got another sell point which is behind here, which is actually supermarket, it's just called, but that is your grocer Y-Mart or grocery mart. These are fuel points, just filled up there, €1 that cost. So yeah, the sell point is round the back there for the supermarket. And then we have in front of us this building here, which is Lizard Goods. The sell point for that is round the back, just here. And there's more of that recycling stuff there, look. It's a lot, it's spread out everywhere. Let's go out of here. This is that lake area that they talk about in the description. If we come up to here, field info, look, it's showing grass, so you can get in over here, but you're probably going to be having to do this with sort of like the push mower or a little ride on one, but it's a pretty cool idea. Like what they've done. Nice and neat. Right, moving on from there, on the right hand side we have the bakery just there. In the far distance, the white building, that is our dairy production. And then just here, even though this building looks like the supermarket a little bit, that is actually restaurant sell point. And then we are going to go into the shop area. This is also where your reset point is, or if you buy anything, lease anything, it appears here. So you've got your shop menu there, and round the back we've got a workshop trigger, which is pretty cool. Then we'll head on down. We'll do these two sell points. Again, these are people. On our right here we have got Matthew Barbet or Barbet. And then just off this roundabout, you can just about see the icon there. We've got another person to sell to, and that is Muriel Moineau. I've probably said some of those names very wrong, but that is Muriel. Right, back around the roundabout, and we are going to head up this way. And we've got another cool area just coming up. So we'll jump out, open this gate. I'm going to drive in and spin around. I think we'll run round this area, but I'm going to leave the pickup there. We'll leave the engine running. Through here we have a farmer for, what is it, 400 I think, yeah. So it's a silo, obviously, 400,000 litre capacity, just standard crop types. We've got a weigh station here. Over in the corner we've got another rent a train icon and also a loading platform, and this is your sell point for the railroad just here, which is very cool, like so. Decoration sort of around, I think these, yeah, look, more recycling everywhere. There we go, look, there's one on the roof, so you gotta try and get that one down. But in this building, this is pretty cool. I like what they've done here again. This inside is a sell point, or should I say sell points, and this is the transport company. if we open this up, look at all these icons. So again, individual, depending on what you're going to sell. I don't know if you have to be in exactly the right spot, but there is a large sort of zone here, trigger, so whether you can just come in there. But we've got all the plants that we can sell, produce, sorry, all production things, eggs. Awesome. I think it's really cool what they've done. And then over on this side we've got a workshop trigger. Some of you will be familiar with this building because it is a base game one, but that is pretty cool. I like what they've done there. Right, we are going to grab some of this junk and we're going to put it in the pickup, because we are going to show you, or I am going to show you, where you can get rid of this stuff. So we'll plonk that in there. What else should we grab? We'll grab a few things. Oh, we'll grab this little tyre. I think we'll try and get that big tyre on the back as well, shall we? I hope this sort of straps down. It should do. Let's grab this fella. Look at this. So they've all got that green logo on. Let's plonk that down and let's strap that down. Right, let's go and recycle some stuff. So train's just gone past. We are safe, good to go. Head on out this way. Again, this is a very cool area we're heading to. It's kind of like a sort of household recycling centre, I guess, or just a recycling centre. We need to open the gates again. I do like the little sort of icons telling you what to do. But I am going to show you what to do. We will start round this side. I think we will stop about there and I'll jump out. Right, up this end we've got the standard debris crusher for selling your stones. A little sort of bay there, and we've got another sell point there. That is the waste collection centre. I think you can sell grass and wood chips there. And if we go up the ramp, plenty of room to turn around here. This is the second of the productions that produces that Terro stuff. This one is called the Lizard CR3000. So you tip in your products there. Again, we will buy it. 30,000 for this one. If I click on that, you can see it's exactly the same ingredients to make that Terro, same cycles, etc. And then this over here, there it is the little bin. If I jump down, we've got the green recycle logo again. Jump back up to the pickup. I'll forward over. It basically works a bit like the vehicle workshop. So when you come and sell a vehicle or piece of equipment, you get that menu come up, don't you? So for this, what we have to do, if I can unstrap it, is load up that little bin. And it won't disappear until you click sell. So we'll put our 3 items in there, because we are good people recycling. We'll get that drum out. I have no idea what was in here. I don't want to know, as long as we get paid for that. So that's our 3 products in there. Now if I click on that, it's exactly the same thing as if you had like 3 attachments on a tractor or something. So we can sell the barrel for 131, sell that wheel for 201, and sell that wheel for 114. We got paid 446 for that, and they have disappeared. How neat is that for an idea? Very, very cool. I like that. Anyway, let's move on. We've got one more place to visit, and that is the BGA, which doesn't show on the map. I am going to cut through the trees again. It's just there in the distance, just because it's quicker. But there is, I will show you, let's get off that map, we'll show you where we've been. So we kind of did all this area. There's quite a lot to take in. Went round the roundabout and back up here. That's where the train is, and the warehouse all the way along, went to the recycling centre. So yeah, there is these little tracks, you could go all the way up there. It's a little bit bumpy and get in, or you can go down this main track just off that roundabout if you want to. But as you can see, we can buy plot 207, 18,156, so cheap as chips again. Click off that, we've got our BGA now, which is fantastic. So we'll get round to the front. I think there's a gate here as well. So there's the track there that I just showed you on the map. But we've got our gate. And we should have all the icons appeared now. Absolutely, we have. It's just a standard BGA, it doesn't do anything special. We've got 2 bunker silos here, and we have some shed space as well. Pretty awesome. And that is it, guys. There you go. So we did all that. Not too bad, but some brilliant, neat ideas in there. So please let me know your thoughts on that, whether you're playing on it or you like the look of it and you're going to give it a go, or it's getting really dark. I think it's gone behind a cloud. But that is it. That is New Lands by Gwendal. Hope you have all enjoyed it, guys, and you stuck with me to the end. Appreciate it if you did. If you enjoyed the video, please give us a big thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel and like what you've seen, please consider subscribing. That would be absolutely fantastic. Don't forget to smash the bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.